Hey everybody, welcome back to Horror Trans. My name is Stephanie Bree. I'm a transgender woman and I talk about all things horror. And right now I am talking about the Langoliers, or Stephen King's The Langoliers. So these past few weeks I have thrown in a Stephen King movie with every review, or every batch of reviews I should say. And it's not to say that there aren't more Stephen King movies to do. There are plenty of more Stephen King movies to do. But I'm going to take a break from Stephen King and I'm going to shift focus. So this will be my last Stephen King review for a while. So let's go ahead and talk about The Langoliers. The Langoliers is not really horror, actually, to tell you the truth. I mean, kinda, but it's more like sci-fi mystery, I guess. I wouldn't call it eldritch horror or cosmic horror, but you could if you wanted to make a case for that, I guess. Um, but the story is basically you've got these people on an airplane, and the airplane gets stuck in between time. If that makes, I don't know how else to explain it. That's how they explain it in the movie. Like in the time between time, I don't know. Like between, I don't know. It's confusing. But they find themselves in an empty airport. And there's a lot of infighting going on, as is typical in a Stephen King movie when you have a crowd of assholes who can't get along. But the twist is you have these monsters that are eating space time, I guess. Oh, God, this movie's so fucking weird. And then you got this little girl who is psychic, and then you got this asshole who's kind of a murderer, I guess. And it's just fucking weird. I don't really know how to describe this movie. I haven't seen it in over 20 years, so it's not fresh on my mind, but I remember it from when I did watch it. I remember being totally fucking lost and not knowing what the hell was happening. Truth be told, I have only seen this movie twice in my entire life. Once when it first aired, when it was brand new, and then a few years later, I got it on DVD, so I watched it on DVD just to see if maybe it made more sense. It didn't. The second time around, it made even less sense. I was like, oh, I thought I had it figured out, and now I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know. So, this movie is a made-for-TV movie. Technically, it's not a. It's not even really a movie. It's like a miniseries. This is one of those made-for-TV miniseries things, kind of like It or Rose Red, etc. He did a bunch of those in the '90s. And as is typical for a TV movie, you have really shitty acting and god awful special effects. I mean, we're talking like fucking CGI that looks like Super Nintendo graphics, not even PlayStation graphics. I mean, this looks like fucking Star Fox, Super FX level of graphics. This is the CGI in this movie is just fucking terrible. They shouldn't have used CGI for this movie, but they did because I don't know, they had no fucking budget, I guess. I don't know what was their reasoning behind it, but the the movie doesn't really make a lot of sense. God, it doesn't really have a lot of good. I mean, there's just nothing to like about this movie. And I went in to this review on my show notes. I have it marked as a buy, but I changed my mind. This is a rent because as I go back over it in my mind, I don't own it, and I remembered the reason why I didn't buy it on DVD. When I said I watched it on DVD, I had rented it from Hollywood Video fucking years ago. Tells you how long ago I seen this movie, renting it on DVD from Hollywood Video. But yeah, this isn't a buy. This is a rent. It's not even really a rent. This is a fucking relic of the '90s. It needs to probably be forgotten. Um, Initially, what I liked about it, I'm a computer nerd. I'm a gamer, and back in the '90s, what I did like about it was its use of CGI. But that CGI is so fucking dated. Um, it isn't worth watching the movie just for that anymore. So I can't really recommend this movie because it doesn't have any redeeming values.